Alrighty, folks. I guess we're getting a twofer today. My other video for the Virgin Steel 1 anniversary edition uploaded in like 30 seconds, which is an extreme rarity. My phone's still charged, and I just finished up this beast right here. Faces at the BBC, complete BBC concert and session recordings, 1970 to 1973. I did an unboxing of this probably about 2 weeks ago, and it's taken me this long to plow through it. It has 8 discs, 8 CDs, and a Blu-ray. I did not watch the Blu-ray. I don't even own a Blu-ray player. I'm a Luddite. So some back history on the Faces, if you don't know. It's Rod Stewart, Ron Wood, Ronnie Lane, Ian McLagan on keys, and then Kenney Jones on drums. Originally, not counting Rod Stewart and Ronnie Wood, Steve Marriott was in the band, and they were called Small Faces. Small Faces were kind of deemed a bubblegum rock band in England, and Steve Marriott thought that that was limiting his musical direction that he wanted to go in. He wanted to go into a more blues direction, so he left to form Humble Pie with Peter Frampton. Rod Stewart and Ronnie Wood were coming out of the Jeff Beck group, so they joined Small Faces and just became Faces. Now originally, Rod Stewart and Jeff Beck were going to join Cactus with Carmine Appice and Tim Bogert, but Beck was in a motorcycle accident in '69, I believe, that put him out of commission for a year, and Stewart didn't want to join Cactus without Jeff Beck, so he grabbed Ronnie Wood and they went to Faces. Rod Stewart was also he also released his first solo album in '69, and then he was releasing material with solo and with Faces at the same time, different record labels, so it was definitely a unique arrangement. Like I said, this thing's got 8 discs in it. There's 85 songs in total. There's 43 different songs. So there's a couple of overlaps here and there. Most overlaps are just like a song will appear like 4 times. I think You're My Girl appears 7 times, but one version of that's like 12 seconds long. So I think they just started playing it and then they're like, oh, wait a minute, that's not on the set list. But then there's another version that's like 12 minutes long. So even though there is some overlap with some songs on here, they different versions. I mean, some songs will be 5 minutes long on one CD and 9.5 minutes long on another CD. So you don't get bored with them at all, even though you're hearing a couple of them over and over again. There's quite a few covers on here. Like I said, there's 43 different songs. Faces only released 38 songs, I believe, 39 songs maybe, on their 4 albums. They did have a couple of non-album singles. So yeah, you get a couple of covers on here too. They do a couple of Stones covers. They do a couple of Beatles-related covers, and Maybe I'm Amazed and Jealous Guy. There's even a cool cover of The Steeler. which I think Rod Stewart introduced by saying by one of the best bands around, or the best band around, which was cool. I'd never heard him do that song before, and it's very cool. I mean, because they're both very similar, Free and Faces, as they were both pretty much one-hit wonders in the U.S., even though they deserve to be much more widely known. So let me run through it again, just in case you guys didn't see the riveting unboxing that I did. It's kind of hard to fit the frame because this thing's huge. So there's the picture. I'm guessing the balding fellow at the bottom is John Peel, who they credit greatly with their success. Most of these CDs are from John Peel's BBC show. Here's the back with the Blu-ray there. And the booklet is slid in the top here. It's fairly thick. The boys there. If you don't know Kenney Jones, who was in the Faces, he went on to replace Keith Moon in the Who. Of course, Ronnie Wood went on to replace Mick Taylor and the Stones. He had already started filling in live gigs with the Stones before the band officially broke up. There's Ronnie Lane. Lots of stuff in here. I wish the book was a little sturdier, because the box set itself is really sturdy. Of course, Rod Stewart went on to his very successful solo career. Unfortunately, he changed musical directions drastically. Part of what led to the demise of Faces. Oh shit, sorry about that. I almost knocked the damn phone off. What led to the Faces demise, like I said, I'm not even going to try and put that in there at the moment. Like I said, Rod Stewart had already started releasing albums in '69, solo albums. Joined Faces in '70. They put out 4 albums from '70 to '73. They officially broke up in '75. But there was always a bone of contention that Rod was saving his best material for his solo albums and not giving his best material to Faces. And if you see the record sales from Rod Stewart's first 4 or 5 albums, it's hard to argue with that, because he's got double platinum albums, and the Faces had 1 gold album. Another thing that was a bone of contention, which led to Ronnie Lane leaving the band in '73, was that since Rod was always releasing material simultaneously with the Faces, he would just tour with Faces, and they would play some Faces songs and some Rod Stewart songs. And I'm sure mainly in America, it was, the Faces were getting referred to as Rod Stewart's backing band. They weren't even a separate thing. Now they were just Rod Stewart's backing band. So that began to rub Ronnie Lane the wrong ways, and he left in '73, which is why all this stuff is to '73. I don't know if they did anything from '70. I know that Ronnie Lane was replaced. I can't remember by who. I imagine they played some, but this is the definitive classic lineup here. If you like Faces, I mean, this thing's awesome. It is, like I said, 85 total songs. The Blu-ray. of show from 1972, which is also disc 3. It is a little pricey. I think Amazon still has it on sale for 95 bucks. Rhino, who put it out, I think it's like 120 on their website. Like I said, there is 8 CDs and a Blu-ray, so there is value there. It's just kind of expensive. But I dig Faces. So this was a no-brainer for me. As soon as I saw it, I snatched it up. It's 10 out of 10. Alrighty. See you guys one more time. Faces at the BBC. Complete BBC concert and session recordings, 1970 to 1973. You guys have a good one.